everyone, it's Anna Spellick here and welcome to a new episode of Ask Anna, your place to be to create a healthy and nurturing relationship with food, your body and with yourself. So today I want to talk to you about evening and midnight munchies. Now we all know, or we all had the experience of, having a dinner, chilling out at home, putting your feet up, and suddenly you get that craving of you want to eat, you want to have something sweet, you want to have something to nibble on, you kind of feel restless, you keep chasing up and down, you go back into the kitchen, nibble on some leftovers, open the sweet drawer, and then suddenly you find yourself not being able to stop anymore, going back for more and more, and you end up binging, or you end up just eating way too much and waking up the next morning feeling bloated, feeling full, disconnected, and just kind of really annoyed and frustrated with yourself for eating once again in the night. And obviously, we don't need to talk about the weight, but if you keep doing that every night, it will have some effect on your waistline. Now, so I often get asked, Anna, what can I do about the midnight munchies? So here are my 3 top tips. Number 1, very, very important, is that you make sure you eat enough during the day, right? So often I hear women that kind of skip meals during the day, restrict what they're eating, being very mindful of having a low calorie intake. All rubbish. You have to give your body what it needs. You have to make sure you have a decent food, that you eat enough food, especially protein during the day, and energy dense food, so that you're not left hungry or out of sync, and that your body is not it's a big building site over there, so excuse the noise, so that your body is getting all the nutrition and vitamins it needs, right? So be sure to eat enough during the day, to not starve yourself, to not cut down, and to include enough protein in your diet. If you're vegetarian or vegan, make sure you eat a lot of sprouted seeds, lots of broccoli, lots of tofu, high protein foods. Number 1, when you notice the urge to go back to the kitchen and to have a nibble, check in with yourself. How are you feeling? For me, most of the time it was either because I was bored or I felt lonely. Usually those 2 emotions were for me. But so be sure that you do take a little moment, close your eyes, take a few breaths, and just ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? What is really going on for me? Because it's not the food. If you've had your dinner, you're not physically hungry. It's usually an emotional hunger, right? And that can be because there's some emotions going on, or it's it's already become a habit that every time you had dinner, you want to have something sweet, or every time you're watching a film, you want to have a nibble or something, right? So be sure to uncover what is going on for you emotionally that makes you want to turn to food, right? And when you have that, you can ask yourself, okay, so what do I really need right now, actually, right? What is, if you're lonely, what is it that I need in order to feel connected? And it probably isn't the chocolate bar, right? And here we go, number 3, right? So get into connection. This is, I believe, the most important factor to overcome our food struggles, to overcome our funny relationship with ourselves and with our bodies, to get into connection with ourselves, with other people, and with the world or with spirit. Okay, so if you feel lonely, or if you feel disconnected, or if you don't even know how you're feeling, ring someone. You may have your partner there, you may be physically on your own, but get into connection, connect with another human being, and let them know how you are, and just focus on the presence of communion, right? If you cannot ring anyone, get into connection with yourself, do something loving for yourself, run yourself a hot bath, have a deep dive in there, some bubble bath, listening to some nice music or some uplifting podcasts, and just connect to your being. You touch yourself, get into connection with yourself. And if you want, you can get into spiritual connection as well, light a candle and meditate. Take some time to realign yourself, get into connection with spirit. If the urge to eat becomes too much, go out of the house and do something that distracts you, or lean even more into the feeling, right? Whatever feels possible for you in that moment. Okay, so to recap, number 1, make sure you eat enough during the day, right? Especially protein, so that it doesn't leave you hungry and starving. Number 2, uncover what is really going on for you in that moment when you feel you want to turn, you want to eat even though you're not physically hungry. And number 3 is get into connection, right, with others, with yourself, and with spirit. Okay, so I hope this is helpful. I would love to hear what works for you to combat your evening munchies, and also when is the worst time for you to eat, right, to have that craving. So leave a comment below, and I've also created a PDF to help you, with my another 5 tips to stop the late night eating. Be sure to grab that one as well, and I shall see you next week. Mwah! Bye!